Hello guys, today in this video I'm going to show you how you can implement basic authentication in .NET Core 9, and I am using here .NET Aspire for building the software, or we can say the API. So as I have already talked in my previous video, so if you have not seen that, watch that one. So yeah, you can go and just have a watch, just learn it again. Okay, so here you can see this is the entry point for the .NET Aspire. So I have just here commented the web front end and the cache, because these two things currently we don't require, because I'm just going to use API service. So if I will not comment, then that is also fine, but yeah, I have just wanted to have it neat and clean, so that I have commented. So let's move to the .NET API service code basically. So it is developed using .NET 9. So let me show you again here. You can see .NET 9.0 is here, and here I will go in the program.cs. So these are the current implementation. So to do that, you can see here I have created one map get basic auth basically here in the program.cs, because it is minimal API approach, so that's why I have kept it here. Basically I have added this new endpoint here for implementing the basic auth with to check the basically the API call. And now let's move to the middleware. So I will create one middleware here. So I will name it here middleware. Okay, and I will create one folder here within the middleware, and I will name it as basic auth .cs, and here I will uh, just put my pre-written code here. Okay, so I'm going to put it here. Okay, so now you can see this is basic auth middleware class. So let me keep the same name for the middleware. Instead of basic auth, I will rename it into basic auth middleware. Okay, and I will name it like this. Okay, now this is one thing which is done here. So now let's go ahead what are written in the code here. So first of all, here once this middleware will be called, then this invoke async will be like triggered. This action method will be triggered basically, and this one will going to check for authorization. So first it will check the authorization header. If there is no authorization header in the request body, I will show you using the postman how we can send it. So then in that case it will return this authorization header is missing. Okay, and if that is passed, then again it will find out the get the string into auth header folder, variable, and then here it is checking whether that is getting starting with the basic or not. If that is starting with the basic, then it will allow it to go move forward to this line, otherwise it will return this 401 unauthorized status code. And after that you can see it is now here basically taking like substring after the basic with the space. So after basic and then space, so after all those strings will become assigned here in the encoded credentials the variable. And after that string is getting splitted by the colon, and in that one basically it is here having a we can say kind of array. Okay, so in the array it is trying to check the length. So if length is 2, then it is fine. Then it is here, you can see first it is comparing with this each middleware, so each valid user function. So here it has called this each valid user function, and this username and password is passed here. So 0 will be the usernames and 1 will be the password. And if that is okay, then it will return true, otherwise false. In case of false, then it will throw invalid username and password. If it is okay, then it will add the user detail in the context, and context will be moved forward to this one in this basic auth. And here you can see we are getting here context, and in the context we are just going to print this user. Okay, I mean return this message welcome and then username. Okay, so this is one thing, and also I need to register this middleware in the program.cs file. So we are going to register it after this build. I will add the middleware here. So let me just go ahead here and do the copy so that we can make it faster. So we have done this app.use middleware, and here I have given it reference with the basic middleware class. So this is the same basic auth middleware, and here is the reference, and in the reference we are invoking the HTTP context. Okay, so now this is all what we need to do to implement the basic auth. And yep, let's start this application. Now I'll go to terminal, and to run it I will uh, go inside this starter. Let me do ls here. So here we have 4 projects. So for .NET Aspire we must need to go to app host to run it, and here I have done the cd, and here I will do .NET run, and yes, you can see it is building now. So once it will run it, then we can see the changes. So yeah, I have got the URL, so I will access it, and you can see our application is running with HTTPS and endpoint. So I will go to Postman here, and I will go here. Um, so I will go here. Yeah. So you can see this is same API endpoint. Let me go again here. So you can see in the localhost, basically our API URL is this HTTPS localhost 17097. Okay, then in 17097 is basically that endpoint to run this dashboard, .NET Aspire dashboard, and our actual URL for accessing the API service is this ending with 7356 port number. So I will go here in 7356 port number, and our endpoint is basic auth. So it is same basic auth. Okay, and yeah, and currently I have not passed any username and password, so I'm getting invalid username and password in the message, and that one is coming from here. You can see invalid username and password because we have not entered anything. Okay, now let me enter my username and password. So this is the correct thing because here I am expecting admin and password to make it run. So here I will end send, click on send, and here you can see message welcome admin. So this welcome admin is coming from this endpoint welcome user, and username is admin. Okay, and now in the next thing I will do, yeah, I will check other scenarios as well, because that we can just, we can say we can test it. So if I am not going to pass the authorization, so you will be wondering here where we are passing the authorization. So that one let me show you here in the header. So once I will click on show hidden, so you can see automatic it is generating head here. Okay, and this is the actual basic auth what we are passing. Okay, so this one is automatically generated, and yeah, this is the, let me just show it. Click on I button here to reveal it. So you can see this is the uh, basic auth. Okay, so these are automatically generated from this tab here, authorization. Okay, so yeah, this is done, and now let me just do here no auth. So once I will do no auth, then you can see it is authorization header is missing. It will return, and that will be returned from here. Authorization header is missing. Okay, so these two things we checked it, and now third one is like it's written invalid authorization header. Okay, this one we got it right, and authorization header is okay. invalid authorization method, that means it should not be basic. So let me do that one here, bear token, and here let's not pass anything. Now you can see authorization header is missing because now you can see invalid authorization header is coming. Okay, invalid authorization is coming here. So that means it is expecting bearer auth token over there, but it is giving it to bearer token. Okay. Okay, so I hope you got the idea how we can implement the basic auth. Okay, so thank you guys in this. I hope so. Thank you guys for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you, and I will add all this code in the GitHub repo. So from there you can get the actual code.